Hello and welcome to the next episode of Banner Saga 3 with me, Winslayer. Just got through a crazy battle that took me an entire hour, and a little bit more, and an hour and 20 minutes basically. It was a fun, a fun one, but man, not easy. Fighting through a forest is irksome at best of times, nearly intolerable in these conditions. You break through miles of razor-edged boughs, grasping to catch your breath in the open air. On the hills ahead rises Ridgehorn, finally. I really liked Ollie's bleed after Castaway opens up them with armor break. You see him, says Falca. Bulwark stands motionless far up a hill, clearly watching the caravan. Now I know how it feels for all those poor bastards who saw us coming. That's pretty good. For those of you watching in Twitch, how's the volume? Should I turn down desktop audio, or is it kind of good where it is? Can you hear me? Hard to know what he's thinking at this point, says Ollie. Expecting us to do what he'd do, or the opposite, or expecting that we'd expect him to. Spar pipes up. Know what I'd do? Cook some food, sleep. Bet he won't see that coming. Ollie scoffs. You're just tired of walking, old man. Volka blinks. Spar might be right. It will make it look suspicious enough to throw him off, and everyone rests before Ridgehorn. Everyone? No lookout, you ask? As they prepare at the campfire, Falca shakes her head. That's what makes it look like a trick. But do whatever you like. I won't stop you. Stay up and keep watch all night. You sit still, your back against a rock as others quietly slumber. The quiet darkness begins to feel oppressive. The time passes slowly. Soft crunching catches your attention. You swear under your breath, grabbing for your axe, but your hand fills empty air. In panic, you jump to your feet and scan the ground. No axe. The crunching gets louder, turns into thumping. Tree branches abandoned, cradle bundles of snow. Like a blood moon, Belor suddenly storms out of the darkness in gleaming red armor. There's your missing axe, jetting from a bleeding bundle in his arms. The ground shakes from his roar. Oh, Belor. That's good that the sound is good. I'd say I got a bit of experience, yeah. Is Ridgehorn, near the end? Because I haven't looked up too much. Poor sleep Ivor, Alfred asks. She crouches over the fire. Her strange shape flutters in the firelight. The campsite is still, aside from the gentle crackle of firewood. I think I'm around halfway through the game, so I'm starting to get how this campaign works. Just dreams. Some people think dreams are omens. Those people are idiots, but they can't certainly be a fine distraction from our troubles. Not my sort of distraction. I'm sorry if I dredged up old memories back at the Godzone, so to speak. There's a lot more to that story. Would you like me to tell you? Well, yes. Why wouldn't I? That sounds awesome. I think you should. You've already heard one half already, how the Valka came forth during the Second Great War with fire and fury to push the sculptors to extinction. Yeah, we've heard about that. She gestures theatrically. So I've heard. Perception. Paint themselves as hero. What the Valka really did was make their foes a promise. Abandon the war and they'd share secret knowledge. The Valka taught them to write, they taught the stone singers to weave. For the first time, the sculptors learned how to make sculptures, to thrive. They kept their end of the bargain and remained hidden, at least until recently. How do you know this? They have their own history and carvings. I read it on a great black stones in their dark home as their trusted guest. What I don't understand is why you trust these Valka. You stare into the fire and it shows you old shapes. When you speak, it's almost as if to yourself. When I killed Reyes, I returned to my kind with her head. Yngvar, they chanted. None had slain asunder before. They wanted to make me the king's kender. I couldn't. They haunted me, Belor and Reyes, and that damn child, every night, like tonight. Maybe it sounds like nothing to have bad dreams, but it rubs you raw. It gets to your bones. So I left the Varl. I found a small town of men where nobody knew who I was. Nobody called me Yngvar. Ivor never had dreams like that in Skogr. That's why you agreed to come with Juno and Eyvind. The truth is, Juno didn't ask me to join them. I asked her. The flames continue to dance hypnotically. On that bridge at Einthoff, I stood before Belor. I could have moved, but I held up my shield and waited for the end. What's that, Ivor? The name snaps you out of your trance. You stand and stretch your legs. Your axe is where you left it, and the ravens are beginning to stir in their tents. It's nothing. Is that like something Alet called him? Who knows? That'd be cool. I don't think we're gonna rest here. I think bad things will happen if we actually rest. Bercy tosses in his sleep until he finally huffs and gives up. You see, he sees you're also awake and comes to sit nearby. Trouble? I don't know how these damned ravens do it. I just can't pass out at a moment's notice. Are you not one of the ravens? I can see how you might get that impression. I joined Bulwark at Borsgard because the Valka asked me to, and when that went wrong, I got roped into this like everyone else. Bercy wears a frown and leans on his own axe handle. Juno and Ivan asked you personally? Let's not turn into this something bigger than it is. I work for money. The Munders pay well. I've got some history with them. That's it. Alfred has something interesting to say about that. She said you tried to kill her when she was training to be a mender. Gods, did I? I tried to kill so many menders. That came out wrong. The Falcon of a pretty rigorous final test for new candidates involves some stabbing and some shouting, you know, to make sure the menders can do what they need to under stress and pain. Oh boy. Let's not get some scary looking Varl. So they get some scary looking Varl me to play the kidnapping brigand and rough them up. They don't make it all. They don't all make it back. Still feel bad for one poor kid. I can't remember his name. Some backwards farm boy, not too bright. I thought for sure he'd had no chance. He almost made it. Almost. But anyways, Alfred was one of those kids. I've been doing this longer than I thought. Hope she doesn't hold a grudge. Bercy wears a frown. Alright. So you work for yourself? Never could get into that our bones the hills stuff like the rest of you. Why should I care about the dredge or dying in battle? I'd rather have the means to do what I want, live comfortably, eat well. Turns out there's a lot of men out there thrilled to hire a Varl with some blood work, so I thought I'd do that for a little while. Now it's a lifetime later, and I never got rich from it. Spent my whole lifetime chasing work while others profited. One time I traveled with a prince and his tax collector. Thought that was going to be my big payday. People just handed their money over, piled it right into a huge cart because we told them they had to. Practically robbery. Eventually, the cart fell into a cliff and exploded into a shower of gold coins, never to be seen again. I never shed a tear over killing a man, but that, I cried like a lost baby bird. It happened pretty damn close to this very spot now. I think about it. Can't leave this darkness though. It's probably all twisted up and dark as dogs' turds now anyways. Maybe there's a moral there, but I'm not digging for it. Yeah, okay. What do you think about this job? If you mean the Valka, you'd be a fool to trust them. I've done some questionable stuff on their behalf, I'll tell you. Let me tell you. And if you mean saving the world, I couldn't care less what has the world ever done for me. These days I'm just putting one foot in front of the other. There's still the tiniest sparkle of hope that I might profit from this somehow. Pretty bleak way to live. Nothing left to lose. Nothing but sleep anyways. Alright, that's fun. Looks like it's time to get going. You know, Ivor, you can tell he's debating whether to get something off his chest. When I worked for the Valko, one of the jobs they paid me to do was to find you. You'd gone into hiding and they wanted to know where. Do I care ask why? Truth is, I don't know why. I don't ask questions. But I never found you. I have a feeling if I had, things would have ended up differently between us. So I'm glad I never sniffed around any small towns like Skoger, for example. Percy leaves a pat on the shoulder, and you realize you never mentioned Skoger to him. So he did find me, but he's like, nah, I'll leave Sunderslayer. Aw, Percy, all of a sudden I like you a little bit more. You're a little bit less garbage. So I got some points I can spend on level ups after that insane fight. I thought if you took it to the 3rd level, then you got like a special item. Maybe because I didn't defeat them quick enough, I didn't get the item. I kind of like the idea of this team right here and not using a 6th. If I do, it's either Valgard or Mogan, I think. Valgard has slightly more stats. He's got Bloody Flail and Stonewall. Mogan has Bloody Flail and Axe Storm. Yeah, it's Valgard. If we're taking anybody extra, it's Valgard. I don't really need Never Miss on her. She's pretty good as is. Let's give him the 3 points of strength damage over time. I think that's actually really, really good. The 2 points was really helpful in that last fight. Also would like my witch to be a little bit more tanky. Can have that witch. Avoid armor attacks, avoid strength attacks. Could avoid killing blows or make it so she gets more willpower every turn. Yeah, I have 2 dredge teammates right now. It's pretty cool. I like the dredge. I don't know what to spend this last point on with her. I might make it so she can dodge more, or Make it so she avoids killing blows. Yeah, I like the dredge. They're cool. They're in a rough position, just like us. I don't think she needs extra regen. I think Defy would be okay with her to try and keep her in the fight longer. Let me give her Defy, I think. I haven't made a final decision on that, but 30% chance to not die when people try to kill you. Sounds okay. Although I'd prefer if she just straight up dodged the attack in the first place. That's why I like 15% avoid strength attack. I'll probably split her next few levels in between those two if I level her up much. She's gonna get that, I think. Please don't go down in the fight. I'd feel really foolish for investing in you. Alright, you know what they say. No rest for the wicked. Plus, she can heal up people if I wanted to, I think. In a fight, she could take them up to their limit again. I hope I don't come across a vendor as some kind of godstone or something weird. That'd be funny. Bulwark is waiting ahead, Juno says, and the caravan slows. He's patient with dangerous allies. I believe he intends to stop us from entering Ridgehorn. I will lead Bulwark away, Juno says. Ivan looks blankly into the distance, as though he already knew what was coming, but Juno continues. The rest of you will wait for my return within Ridgehorn. We're not splitting up now. I will not fail. Make sure Ivan is safe, Juno says. Falca steps forwards. I don't trust you, and even if I did, you can't handle Bulwark on your own. We'll split up the caravan. She volunteers herself. Ollie, Spar. Oh, but Ollie's... Who give each other dubious looks. Falca adds, I don't take orders, remember? Falca's plan. Falca hasn't been wrong about Bulwark yet, you say, suddenly feeling Juno's gaze weigh heavily, then lift. As you say, she replies. Prepare quickly, she tells Falca. The rest of the caravan cautiously approaches Ridgehorn. Ivan carrying the light, fresh footprints trail off into the snow, following Juno's diversion. The way appears clear. Oh, we're losing morale.
I've been told this is where they found Juno the first time. Now they say it's the entrance to another world. How far had she already come just to fall here?
I think this was like under siege by Dredge in the first game. Ivan curses when he sees the rubble around Richhorn's tower. The tremors caused by the serpent have caused many structures to topple here. Ivan exclaims, "There should be a doorway leading to..." "Give me some time," he says, running off towards the base of the tower. You can see him waving his Valka staff, heaving enormous chunks of the rock aside through sheer willpower. "Little help," shouts Valgard, drawing your attention back to the fort's courtyard. Bulwark is nowhere in sight, but his warped allies didn't miss you slipping over the bridge. Good thing Valgard's here. Help protect us. So Ollie's no longer gonna be able to just like wreck fools from a distance. Could have Ditch go invisible. Let's bring Mogan. Right now, Ivor's not in the fight, but he could be in the fight if I wanted him to be. I'd want to heal him like immediately. I'd want to put him first if I bring Ivor and then heal him. It'd be something like that. And that could work out okay. I want Castaway to be able to do a double move. So we'll run with this team. Maybe put a level up on our monster killer here. +2 strength on kill. So every time he gets a kill, he'd get stronger. He's likely to draw aggro too. So Ivor really needs kills. He doesn't have to be the first person to move, actually, because Alfwin is going to heal him. She just needs to be first. Valgard might be able to support them, so I'll keep him there. I think I'll take him to level 12 because he's been very useful in the fights. As long as we fight around Kiwi or Ivor, we should be okay. I'm gonna avoid strength attacks. And some armor attacks too. Like a bit of the armor attacks. Alright, Alfred, you gotta start next to Ivor. That's pretty important here. Kind of want to use Juno, but she's far away. She's not here. Alright, what do we have in front of us? A 23? A bear of 23? A Hakon-sized Varl? Oh boy. Alright, so Kiwi, you're gonna need to run forward and cast your thing on them. We're gonna want her next to Ivor to do some healing. That might work out okay. Kiwi's gonna have to rotate up here though to block them off after he casts his thing on these things. There. It's like he didn't have an injury at all now. Yeah, we'll move here and use his thing to... because he's not going to come up for a while. And even if he does, we'll be able to use what's-his-face to bring her back. Now those aren't dredge, so they're going to take damage when they walk through his stuff. I want to go 1, 2, forward. Can I afford that? 1, 2. I could go 3 forward, but not 4. He's already hurt. We'll just put 2 points into that. Sorry if I've missed anything in chat. I'm trying to watch chat on my phone, but it doesn't seem like it's doing a great job with that. Alright, what am I gonna do now? Am I gonna double move with her so she can attack these two? Because he's coming up before her, but he doesn't have a great move on her. +1 armor for dredge. I might walk him forward and then kick those ones back. With Kiwi. And Kiwi's coming up before him and that one. Was that smart? I don't know if that bear is going to be able to cause me trouble, actually. The bear can get to Valgard, which is not great. Can get to him as well. Unless I push him one over, maybe? So he's injured and he's got soulbind. This guy's just gonna drain on him for a bit. Where does Ivor want to go after this? Is Ivor gonna attack him? So Kiwi's gonna knock him and him over. We're gonna try and stonewall, I think. See if that or we bloody flail him. I don't know if the bear's gonna attack him or somebody else. He might go after Kiwi or something weird. Oh, I could Tempest those two actually. That wouldn't do me much good, would it? A 17 attack, 23 attack. Give them the opportunity to walk towards me. How often does that hit? We're gonna hang back here, I think. Kiwi's gonna run forward, push them back. And she's gonna have an attack on him. Potentially. Probably not though. We could bring Kiwi back to him, actually. I think we'll push these guys back with his little ability. He'll only take a little bit of armor break. But I think it's his best option. Well, then again, this guy will be able to move forward if I do that, and he'll be able to attack as well. Maybe we will push him back this way. The 20 attack will be able to rush her if I don't deal with him. It's a non-dredge, he'll be able to walk around to get to her, even if I throw down the skill right here, his super skill that I love. Oh yeah, it does his armor break on top of it, doesn't it? They just got a little archer. That's cool. How much was that? Did he get deflected? Or something like that? If I can move 2 forward and get her ability in there, I'm probably going to use Shatterstone. He needs to go 3 forward. Crud. This guy's still gonna have like a crazy attack compared to her. 3, is too far. Unless I run over here. In between the 20 and these others. I could go in here actually. Place her next to Kiwi. Let's use some willpower to hurt that bear. Does that apply to it twice? I wonder if that applies to it twice. Ah, only once. It's whatever though. So you got 14 attack. You got 20 attack. There's just too many of these dudes. Sundering Impact will hit him and him, but then the bear's gonna come forward and attack him for 7 points, taking him down to 10. He'll do an attack. Some bigs over here that would also be able to run forward. Considering that, I might just bring him over to Valgard. Back over to Valgard. What just happened? It's done. This is on hard, right? That didn't take that long. Let me check something really quickly. This just doesn't seem hard. It is hard. Okay, that's cool. So I can bloody flail him, or I can armor break him for my other dudes. We got Ollie coming up soon. Ollie's going to be able to attack him. Sweet. Given how important it is to armor break them, I'm gonna armor break. So that worked out okay. We got to hunker down there. I don't much care for Spar, so Spar, you can just go crazy on this stuff. That seemed unnecessary, but now he's gonna die in one turn. He's just gonna bleed out, right? I'm gonna armor break this guy right here, the 14. Get out there, Folka. Do your armor break thing. So Krumar is going to come after this person. I could confuse it to have him attack the bear next to him. What's the range on your Confuse? It's pretty good. Could have confused the 24 there. Nice. More enemies. So he's taking a little bit of hurt. I want Krumar to run back here. Gonna hurt him. Spar gonna get hurt bad here. Oh, she absorbed that. That was sweet. Perfect timing for an absorb. I could use his special on these two to push him back and get him out of our face. I'm gonna do that. Don't know if that's gonna be enough to keep him away from my friendlies down here. Probably won't be actually, will it? If Spar is just out of range, she's almost in range. That would have been terrible. I can move her one over here to get armor break on him, or I can do armor break on this guy. Oh, he's diagonal with a bunch of my guys. Don't do that. He could go to there. If I move one over here, I can do armor break on that 14. Bring her all the way over here. Oh no, she didn't make it. Because of the thingy. I should have seen that coming. I was just thinking as she's walking over, I wonder how that willpower is going to affect her stuff. She's dead. No. Forge ahead. Select one ally in range. At any range. Alright, she's got to move again then. I'm gonna block her as well. Forge ahead on her. Ouch. That's not great, because Krumar's going to take an injury, isn't he? he just is about to, I think. I don't know if there's much I can do about that. Folka might be able to use her special. Let's do some damage there. Sorry, Spar. I never use you. Not too bothered by it. The bear has too much armor break. I don't like it. Attack against that would be pretty good. So I'll use her to confuse him, potentially to attack that. It just needs a little bit more damage or armor break to get through, which she can't provide. Pretty annoying. Ooh, Krumar just took 12 points, or Ivor just took 12 points there. So he might go for Ivor. Let's confuse that 24 if we can. So Confuse has a range of 3 right now, because she's low on willpower. Blast. I can't get there. I can't confuse him though, right? 1, 2, 3. I won't reach him. Range of 3 at rank 2, range of 1 at rank 1. She can attack his attack, but she can't do much else. Oh, but she can confuse him, I guess. These two need to focus on this one. Ivor's gonna take an injury, maybe Krumar as well. He's got 14, he's got 15. I can Tempest with him, I guess. It's a move. I think I'm gonna block his attack on Krumar by making Ivor his only logical target. Or I can Tempest and do 1 point of damage, giving me a percentage chance to just dodge. Ah, he's basically down. Let's do some armor break. It's It's okay, he was down recently anyways. Not the move I was expecting. I thought he was going to attack Ivor here. Alright, so he's coming up next, followed by this one. He's going to kill Ivor, I assume. Even if I boost him here. Actually, I can boost him quite significantly. Ivor, stay in the fight, my friend. So together they can armor break and bleed him quite well, these two. You got Kiwi over here, who you want to use to attack him, I think. Oh, he's not dead yet. Valgard's pretty weak here. This guy won't need much to kill Valgard. Might use Sundering Impact to keep Valgard around. Oh wait, he's got 12 and 1 health. I thought the bear was him. So 12 attack means it's worth investing in this, I think. Oh, okay. Boy, Valgard. Nice. Alright, Folka. Should you kill any of these, or should you weaken them so that the big ones and the archers have less moves? Probably weaken, like this bear right here. Wow, he did a bit of armor break there, a bit more than I thought he would. Sure, I guess. Ivor, no. So a 16 attack can hurt her a lot more than anyone else. He was already injured, I guess. Alright, Kiwi, who are we gonna focus on? This one here? The 13 attack one, maybe? He's coming up soon. I don't like that. Let's go get that 16 attack, I think. That's a big hit. Given that he can probably range him, and he's only got 13 points of defense here, I think I'm going to run Krumar back a little bit. Krumar, we got to get you out of town here. Good. Archer's doing work there. Valgard's doing his job. Valka and others are going to be able to hurt the 16 attack soon. Poor Spar, just sitting there. Well, not exactly sitting, but you know what I mean. Jeez, you still got a bit there. Kiwi's coming up before him, that's good. Start taking out these armor breaking fools. We can use the diagonal here to weaken them a bit. We probably should take advantage of... Oh wait, Valgard's there. Silly Valgard. Why weren't you thinking of that? Alright, so that's my alarm. Gotta end this episode soon. Gibby, you gonna be able to hurt him? Yeah. do this, even though it looks like it's going to hurt Valgard. Just don't want this guy attacking her, because if so, then she's like dead. It's fine. Nope, don't do that. Alright, Falca's in a really bad spot here. She could get wrecked by whoever comes next. Kill this archer before they kill Falca, or do what we can to them before they kill Falca. She was already injured before the fight. Still don't want Juno to get injured. She should confuse somebody. He's still got 9 attack. So does he. Go attack one of your guys. Kumar. Need some love, bud. There, it took a little bit of bleed, that little unit. So the only ones that take injuries are units that already had injuries. At least that's what I'm seeing right now. Nice crit, Valgard. Juno's in a little bit of trouble there. These units and the range ones. Yeah, let's go get that range one next. You get to die. Oh no, Juno, Juno, Juno. 3 attack. She can't do much here. Kill the bear, please. Cursed bear. Man, this fight without Kiwi would have been crazy. I think I can Tempest, right? Oh, not if I walk through all that. I don't want Juno going down here because I might need her in another fight. Could you used you earlier in the fight, Ollie? Just saying. First half was tough because I didn't have my main hero Ollie there, or my DPS there.